In a small town, there lived a boy named Rohan. He was smart, full of potential, and had big dreams. He wanted to become a doctor, but there was one major problem. His mind was never under his control. Rohan struggled with discipline. His thoughts would wander endlessly, and he found it impossible to focus. Whenever he sat down to study, distractions seemed to find him. His phone, social media, or simply daydreaming would pull his attention away. He often told himself, "I'll study later. I have plenty of time." But later never came. His parents and teachers tried their best to guide him, explaining the importance of focus and discipline. But Rohan never truly listened. He thought that intelligence alone was enough to succeed. Then, one day, his school announced the results of a scholarship exam he had taken, with high hopes of securing the scholarship that would bring him closer to his dream of becoming a doctor. But when the results were released, Rohan was devastated. He had failed. His friends, who had studied with dedication, passed with ease. His teachers, who once praised him, now looked at him with disappointment. Rohan felt ashamed, not because he wasn't smart, but because deep down, he knew he had wasted his time. That evening, he sat alone, reflecting on his failure. He thought about all the hours he had spent distracted. In that moment, he realized that intelligence alone wasn't enough. Without discipline, success was impossible. Determined to change, Rohan decided to seek advice from someone who had mastered self-discipline. He had heard about a wise monk who lived on the outskirts of town. People said he had once been an ordinary man but had transformed his life through sheer mental discipline. The next morning, Rohan made his way to the monastery where the monk resided. He found the old monk meditating under a tree, his face radiating calmness. Rohan bowed respectfully and said, "Master, I struggle to control my mind. I want to be successful, but I keep getting distracted. Please, teach me how to discipline my mind." The monk opened his eyes and smiled. "Ah, the restless mind," he said. "The greatest challenge of all," the monk said. "Come, let me tell you a story. Many years ago, the monk began, there was a young man named Veer who dreamed of becoming the best archer in the kingdom. He was strong and talented, but his mind was scattered. One day, he would practice diligently, and the next, he would waste time on distractions. One day, Veer went to a famous archery master and said, "I want to be the best archer. Please, teach me." The master took Veer to a riverbank where the water flowed steadily. He handed Veer a bow and arrow and said, "Shoot at that leaf floating in the river." Veer aimed and released the arrow, but it missed the leaf. The master asked, "What did you see when you aimed?" Veer replied, "I saw the river, the trees, the sky, and the leaf." The master shook his head and said, "That is your problem. Your eyes see too many things at once. A true archer sees only his target and nothing else." Determined to learn, Veer practiced for months. He trained his mind to focus only on the target. Eventually, when the master asked him again, Veer answered, "I see only the leaf." This time, when he released the arrow, it hit the target perfectly. The monk looked at Rohan and said, "Your mind is like Veer's. It is distracted by everything around you. If you want to succeed, you must train your mind to focus only on your goal." Rohan nodded, understanding the lesson, but he was still unsure. "Master, how do I train my mind?" he asked. The monk smiled and gave him 4 simple rules. 1. Control your thoughts. Every time your mind wanders, bring it back to the task at hand, just like the archer. See only your goal. 2. Create a routine. A disciplined mind needs a structure. Set a daily schedule and follow it strictly. 3. Remove distractions. Identify what steals your focus, be it your phone, TV, or unnecessary activities, and eliminate them while working. 4. Be consistent. Mental discipline isn't built in a day. It requires daily effort, just like an athlete trains his body every day. Rohan took the monk's advice seriously. He created a study schedule and followed it strictly. Whenever his mind wandered, he reminded himself of his goal. He stopped using social media while studying and even deleted unnecessary apps from his phone. At first, It was difficult. His mind resisted discipline, craving distractions. But Rohan didn't give up. Day by day, his focus improved, and he could study for hours without losing concentration. Months later, when he sat for another important exam, he was prepared. This time, he didn't just pass. He secured the top rank. Rohan's success wasn't due to luck or intelligence alone. It was his disciplined mind that led him there. He finally understood that success isn't about how smart you are, but how well you control your mind. Years later, as he stood on stage receiving an award for academic excellence, he remembered the monk's words. The mind is like a wild horse. If you don't control it, it will take you where it wants. But if you train it, it will take you exactly where you want to go. And from that day forward, Rohan lived by one principle: discipline your mind, and success will follow. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you soon with another video.